All right, here we are. We got some Grand Saline Indian Gilmer basketball coming on. The Bulldogs wearing their white jerseys today. Both schools have some similar colors, but your Grand Saline Indians are going to be in the black. And we're about ready to get started. Y'all probably have noticed a little bit of an absence here on the microphones. Jamie Sherman is in Dallas at AT&T Stadium. He is watching the some of the finals up there, and so he wasn't able to make it. He'll be back later on for the later games, but right now we're going to get to just hear me on the microphone. We got to give a shout out to Tristan Thompson over here. He taking in for Katie right now. A while ago, Kimberly Sherman was over here, but now it's Tristan on the board. We're going to shout out to my friend Watson. He's hanging in there like a trooper. He's a little bit sick, green under the gills, but he is if y'all see the starting lineup, ready to go. Weston Akins, and I've got my lineup here somewhere. Stevenson's going to be up. Going to be out, kicked out to Holiday. Ooh, Preston Hass is in there getting some hands in there. Disrupted. Akins comes up with the rebound. Anyway, if y'all are watching this action wherever you're at, you got to give a shout out to Sherman Floor Cares, because of Sherman Floor Care that we're able to bring this to you live. This being the boys' game, Sherman Floor Care is accompanied by Trax, General Store and Mercantile. Put 2 in the books for Gilmer. I think that's number 0 right there. 0 or 1. I think that's Horn. Yeah, it's going to be Horn that got that first 2 points for the Bulldogs. Or Buckeyes, Gilmer Buckeyes. I was trying to read their jerseys. We got it. I'm doing a little bit of work over here off the phone, so y'all pardon me for any muted moments here while I try. I don't have somebody to kill the silence. Akins tries to get it off one of the Buckeyes, but he can't. So it's going to return trip for the white jerseys. Y'all excuse my voice. We've been calling 3 days of basketball. My voice is about spent. But we thank y'all for showing up today. I want to say hi to my beautiful wife. She's out shopping, our dress shopping with Katie, who's normally over here helping us out on the board. She's wedding dress shopping, getting ready for her big day. We want to say hi, Katie. Corbin, her beloved, is up there on the stands on the camera. And like I said, Tristan over here on the board and the computer. He looks like he's operating heavy machinery over here. Got both hands full and operating. Struggle down inside, comes out in Buckeyes' hands. Gilmer, a 4A school, taking on the Grand Saline Indians. A large 3A, but definitely a David and Goliath situation going on. Yesterday, the Grand Saline Indians had a little rough time with Chapel. They hung in there. They well-conditioned. They didn't run out of steam until right there at the end of the game. They were hanging with the bigger school, but unfortunately it just didn't work out in the Indians' favor, so they dropped that one. Today they're trying to hang with another big boy with the Gilmer Buckeyes. All right, let me get over here to the product. I haven't just now getting the live stream pulled up. Y'all be sure like, tag, and share. We put 3 on the board. Let's see. That was Mr. Self that put that one on the board for the Indians. Up and off the side of the rim. Prox grabs that. Going to hand it out to Mason Warner, but unfortunately Warner can't pull that one back in. Y'all be sure to like, tag, and share if you're watching this stream, if you're on Facebook or YouTube. Y'all be sure to go out there and tell everybody that you're watching the Grand Saline Indians play Gilmer on the new VZTV LLC, baby. Tell them it's the best action in town. Up and back down by Prox. Prox going to bring it out. Going to take it down. Going to feed it over to Akins. Akins spin move up and in like Flynn. Look, give it up for Weston Akins. Gilmer sort of slowing down the action right now. 5-5, your Indians have tied it up. That one will be fed inside to Stevenson, which is going to wind up in the hands of Prox. Prox going to kick it out to Preston Hass up. Weston Akins, another one in the bank for the boys. 7-5 for the Indians. Be sure to like, tag, and share. Tell them that these Indians are on the floor. They're working hard. Y'all come out here and watch them. Up for Stevenson. Going to be rebounded by Hass. Hass takes it down the sideline. Going to kick it over in the corner to Warner. Warner back to Hass. Hass up. Ooh, off the backboard. Going to wind up in the hands of Taylor right to bring it up for the Buckeyes. Buck kicks it inside to Horn. Horn kicks it back out to Sims. If you're from Gilmer and I'm mispronouncing any of these names, you just let me know in the comments and I'll try to correct it to the best of my ability. Screen set on Warner. Working the ball on the outside of the arch. Up. Ooh, doesn't land, but comes down with it from Stevenson and puts it back in. Put 2 on the board in a tied ball game. Self gets it into Hass. Hass turns it up. And, ooh, doesn't find the glass where he needs to. The ball comes down in Buckeye hands. Holiday's the one that brought the ball down. Kicked it out to Sims. Up. Oh, it's an air ball. We don't have nothing on that for Horn except for back to the Indian hands. Warner drives the paint, kicks it out to Hass. I don't think that win is intended, so it was kicked over to Self. Self back to Warner. Warner. Screen by Akins. Ball kicked out to Self, back into Akins. Drive up to the bucket, and it's in. Put 2 more on the board for Akins. 9-7 as we call a timeout. As we take our first timeout, I got to take this moment to say thank you, Gibson Service Company. It's because of them that you're seeing this crystal clear, crisp 4K picture, and you're hearing this idiocy on the microphone as clear as you are. We got to say thank you to Elliott Law Firm. They are the official law firm of VZTV LLC, baby. We got to thank Christy and Joel over at Elliott Law Firm. They're big supporters, and Joel is one of my cohorts on the Geronimo Scout Council. We got to say a big thank you to those folks that made this happen today. That's Sherman Floor Care and Trax, General Store and Mercantile, home of the 2 Salty Broads. Tootin' a scoop. Go get their scratch cooking. You won't regret it. We're back to basketball action coming at you. Fort bringing up the ball. Kicks it over to Sims. Sims in the middle of the Holiday, which cannot find the net. Gives it over to Akins off the rebound, out to Self. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt. Self brings it up, kicks it over to Akins. Akins thought about shooting it, but he's not supposed to. Prox tries to do it, but he can't fit it in. Fort grabs the rebound. Audra Hazel Phillips says, love watching from home, but could the camera be zoomed out and stay on the court following the ball back and forth is a little hard. So I read that out loud. I'm sure that's in the cameraman's ear. We want this to be good for you guys. If y'all see a way we can make this broadcast better for you, you just let us know. We are just transitioning from football, and shooting different sports is sort of hard to do. And, of course, we're all learning as we go. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all be sure, like, tag, and share. Tell us where you watch it from. Like Miss Phillips just did. She said she's watching it home. She didn't have to get out in the cold. Neither did you, thanks to Sherman Floor Care and Trax, General Store and Mercantile. You got Buchanan on the line. No good, but there's a lane violation on the Indians. Going to give him another shot. I think that might have been Akins that took off a little bit early on that one. Okay, well, we have Sandy Fortner Watson. I actually like it moving with the ball. Hey, y'all have that conversation in the comments, and we'll just go with the masses. We are a democracy here. We'll find a happy medium. Prox puts it. Ooh, does not land that one. I don't even think it hit the net. All right, Sims brings the ball back around. Miss Watson is watching from Huffman, Texas. All right. One thing about Corbin up there on the camera, he watches a lot of sports. There it goes. Akins comes up with the ball, hands it over to Warner. Oh, but he's going to be knocked out by Holiday on the little pickpocket. One thing about Corbin, he spends a lot of time watching sports, so I promise you guys, he'll take your comments. He'll take what he sees on TV. And when we get done, y'all ain't going to find a finer broadcast in the state of Texas and maybe not even in the rest of America, because we shooting to be the best. 46 seconds, 9-8. Your Indians have the lead. And when I say America, I mean all of America. I don't want to be part of America. I want all of America watching the Grand Sling Sun. In like Flynn, let's put 2 more on the board. Holiday going to take to the top, up, and it's in. Put 3 on the board for the Buckeyes. 11-11. We have 19 seconds on the clock. Ooh, couldn't make it. Rebounded by Warner. It's back in the hands of the Buckeyes. Fort's going to take it coast to coast. Oh, but Prox, I think he got all ball, but his hip got the player, so they're going to call it a foul, and we're going to send Fort to the line. Good defense, Mr. Prox. Y'all be sure like, tag, and share. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the channel anytime we go live. And that's fixed to be 24 hours a day, but we're going to be breaking in with live content. You will know. That one, as they say, would be a good foul because it did not land. 11-11. One more try for Mr. Ford. He puts that penny in the bank and is back on the road. 5 seconds left. Main grabs the ball, dribbles it, kicks it over to Prox. Prox up. Ooh, off the rim. Maybe trying to beat that buzzer, but wasn't able to do so. We're going to end the first half. We want to say a big thank you to those that bring this show for you. That's going to be Tristan Thompson over here. He's going to be filling in for Miss Katie Hicks, who's out wedding dress shopping for her big day. Hi, Miss Katie. My wife is with her. Hi, baby. We love you. We want to say a big get well soon to my friend Watson over here. He's a little green under the gills, but he's here hanging in like a trooper. And then, of course, we got Corbin up there in the stands trying to get us the best shot. Zoomed or not zoomed, we don't know which one yet, Corbin, but we're working on the best picture we can find. And right now, you got me, Bert Fite, on the microphone. My normal compatriot, Jamie Sherman, is at AT&T Stadium. But we got to give a big shout-out to Jamie and Kim Hunter, who's also one of the ones that works with us on the board over here at times. We got to give a shout-out to them and Sherman Floor Care. They said they wanted to cover basketball, boys and girls. Well, Trax came in, jumped in on board with Jamie Sherman, said we want to be a part of the basketball. And then when Derry Barr and Nikki Rowan said that they wanted to be a part of the girls' side of it, we said, all right. So we welcomed them on board. Today we got the boys in action, about ready to kick off the second period. 11-12 is your score. The Indians held the lead right up to the end, and then a last-minute bucket. James Sherman says, great picture, great broadcast, and go Texas Tech. All right, the Indians working the ball around, trying to find some. There goes Haas for the shot. Off the rim. Unable to come down with it. That's going to be Holiday going to take it into the bucket. Stevenson puts it in the bank. Puts 3 pennies in there, going to add to the total. Going to make it 11-15. Prox kicks it over to Haas. Haas kicks it out. Oh, loses the ball. Looks like we're going to have James is going to not do good on that one. Prox is the one that took that down. I had to go back and watch the video. I was too busy. So Prox is the one that denied that. I didn't see him go up with him. All right. Well, unfortunately, he couldn't make it happen on the other end. Score is still 15-11. Holiday unable to connect. Maine comes out with that. Haas up and in. Put 2 in the bank. 13-15 in the Indians trying to make a comeback. Taylor slows the action down. Kicks it over to Holiday. Holiday feeds it inside to Stevenson, who puts it in. 17-13 in favor of the Buckeyes. Y'all be sure to like, tag, and share. Let's get a lot of Indians in the comment section cheering these boys on. Prox is looking inside. It looks all the way across to Maine. Maine sets up, kicks it over to Haas. Working the ball on the outside still. Ooh, one gets away. Haas saves it from the backcourt, gets over to Maine. Maine pulls it back, gives it to Haas, who drives it in, and ooh, can't make it last. Ball comes all the way down to Taylor, who catches it, kicks it over to James. James goes up but can't make it. Prox comes down with the rebound. Inside to Rodriguez. Ooh, that was a quick buzzing pass that did not land. Self comes in, and so does Bolin. Prox and Rodriguez step out, get some wind. We want to say thank you to Grand Saline ISD for allowing us to come in the last 3 days, video this. They've had a great hospitality room. Aikens with another rebound. We want to say thank you to Micah Lewis and the school board for allowing us to bring you this live coverage as well. Ooh, Haas, misstep, kicks out to Bolin. Bolin up. Ooh, in and out. Haas gets up, grabs the rebound, and puts it back in for the money. Tell you what, that boy don't stay down long. There's a whole lot of get up in his go. Oh, that ball was fed inside to Sims, but he couldn't hold on to it. Bolin comes out with it. Bolin takes it over. He feeds it to Haas. Beautiful play inside and one, baby. Give it to him and give us another. It is Christmas time. And I guess Preston's been a good boy this year because he got a little extra in his stocking. Sandy Watson said, let's go Indians. 17-17 your score. Preston can't make that one connect. Comes out in a Buckeye. Paul. Taylor slowing the ball down. Asking for a screen, but doesn't wait for Holiday to get there. Passes it off. Dishes off to Stevenson, who kicks back out to Holiday. Up and no good. Self comes up with the rebound and races it back down the sideline, taking it all the way to the bucket. Ooh, can't make it go through the steel ring. Taylor kicks back. Stevenson in the bucket for 3 points, 20-17, giving the Buckeyes the lead. If you're watching online right now, be sure to like, tag, and share. If you're on the YouTube channel, be sure and subscribe. India's working it around. Ooh, gets it to the inside to Self, who kicks it over to the tall man, Aikens. Aikens gets it back to Self. Self looking for help. Gets it over to Maine. Maine looks around. Kicks it back to Self. Self finds a way to go in. Kicks it into Aikens. Up, and it's in there, baby. Put 2 more in the penny bank. Taylor bringing it up. Kicks it over to Stevenson. Kicks it over to Holiday. Holiday to Sims. Sims had to fight, but kept a hold of it. Stevenson up, and it's good, and give that man an extra. He must have done a few good chores himself this year because Santa smiled down on him on this December morning. Y'all be sure, like, tag, and share. Y'all get the word out. VZTV LLC is out here. We're growing. You'll be able to find us on Amazon Fire. You'll be able to find us on Roku. Also, Android and Apple app stores. They're building the app now. In the corner to Self. Self puts it up. Ooh, that one is a no-netter. Akins grabs it, though. Still can't. Stevenson comes down with it. Launches it down court to Holiday. Unfortunately, Haas gets a hold of him, and they're going to call him for the foul. Y'all be sure and tell us where you're watching from. Better yet, y'all be sure and tag, and y'all try to send it to the furthest reaches. If you know somebody in Antarctica, send it to them. I want to see how far we can get this thing to reach. Oh, we got a whistle. Let's see what we got going on. 21 or 12. Okay, that's going to be Mr. Holiday got push off, I guess. He accepts it like the sportsman he is, and the ball goes over to the black team. 22-19 is your score. The Indians trailing by a few. 2:50 on the clock. Maine's going to work the way around. Ooh, Haas looked over, thought he was going to see Self, but he didn't see him over in the corner. Goes back to Maine. Maine dribbles around, kicks it over to Haas. Haas up. Ooh, off the front of the rim. Comes down in Sims' grasp. Sims hands it back over to Taylor to handle the action on this end of the court. In the back door, Sims up, and oh, it's in. Plus, give that man one. Bolin was underneath him when he went up, and Bolin was underneath him when he came down. Bolin takes the foul. Evidently, Sims was among the good list because he gets the end one. 24-19, 2:21 on the clock. We want to give a shout out to the crew up here putting out the excellent production that you see on your screen. Corbin up there in the stands, and that one is not good. Prox comes down. Self coast to coast and backs it up. We want to give a shout out to Tristan on the board in the computer and my friend Watson over here not feeling that good. He'll be back to 100%. Self works his way around, gets it out to Haas. Haas drives it to the block. Goes up, puts it in, but can't do it. Weston grabs it. Weston kicks back out to Preston. In like Flynn. Give that man 2 pennies to put in the bank. 21-24. Y'all be sure like, tag, and share. Y'all get the word out there. Holiday's got the ball. Holiday kicks it up to Taylor. Gets it inside to Stevenson, who kicks it out to Sims. Sim makes a move to the bucket and slides it in just like that thing was greased, baby. 21-26 in favor of the Buckeyes. Haas grabs the ball, kicks it out to Self. Self dribbles around, finds Warner. Warner back over to Preston. Boom, baby, baby. Give that man 3. 24-26. This is a close game. 4A Gilmer, 3A Grand Saline. Sims up for the shot. Off the back of the rim. Buckeye rebound. Holiday off the rim again. Self comes out running and trucking and gets it to Haas. Haas goes up, draws the foul. Put that man on the free throw line. Holiday going to be the one taking credit for that foul. Preston Haas eyeballing the rim and did not get it in. As they say in basketball, that was a good foul if you're a Gilmer fan. Waiting for one more chance. Here we go. Preston Haas up and put that penny in the bank. 25-26. We have a 1-point game with 50 seconds left on the board. Want to give a shout out to our referee and staff. They're the most hated men in the room, so we got to show them some love. Thank you guys for coming out here and helping us play this game. Trying to work their way inside. Ball gets free. Oh, still winds up in the hands of the Buckeyes, but comes down in Prox's hands. Taylor going to grab that foul. I don't know that he agrees, but as they say, don't matter if you agree, I'm the referee, so the ball goes this way. If you're sitting here cheering on a player on this court, be sure and shout out their number. We are into bonus territory, so that sends Prox to the free throw line. While he squares up, let's give a shout out to Jamie Sherman, Kimberly Sherman, and Hunter Sherman with Sherman Floor Care. Thank you for your support. Thank you to the two Salty Bras down at Trax General Store and Mercantile. Prox can't get that penny in the bank. He's going to have to go back and ask for more allowance. Okay, we've got a little discussion going on the sideline. Maybe they're disagreeing if we're in the bonus territory yet. I'm not for sure. My wife says I don't listen, so I definitely couldn't hear it from here. I love you, babe, if you're out there. If you're watching. Okay. They backed that number down by 1, so we're not in bonus territory yet. That's going to be a foul that's on the floor. Inbound. We want to say a big thank you if you're watching this. We know that you need Jesus. And John Gibson said part of the time that I'm on here, instead of talking about his company, talk about Main Street Church. And guess what? We're all members of Main Street Church. If you don't have a place to go on Sunday, you come visit us. Everybody's welcome. Self takes the ball down. Kick it off to Warner. Warner grabs it, goes down the paint, jumps, kicks it back out to Preston. Preston Haas. Behind the back, over to Warner. Up, and it cannot fall in, and the Buckeyes come down. Main Street services are 3 of them every Sunday morning. Got 9, you got 11, and you got 4. Weston's going to get the foul, and a 1 for Mr. Buck Buchanan. Mr. Buchanan must have been a good boy because he got that and 1 too. I guess the Buckeyes have just all been good this year. .3 seconds on the clock, 3-point game. Ooh, that one does not go in. Self takes it, launches it. They're going to say it wasn't in time, even if it did go in. And we're going to go into the half. We're going to play a round of commercials, and then we'll be back when the third kicks off.
Call Trash Patrol today and be happy with your trash service. Go Indians!
Cruising down Main Street, yeah, sun sinking low. Got that feeling deep inside. Where do I go? Hungry, real hungry. Dairy bar, bright neon sign. Dairy bar,
Clothesline for you and mine. Big loads, small loads, we do it all. I know. Don't do laundry in your tub, no. Rubber dub is such a scrub. Let us do the work for you, yes. We'll pick it up and bring it to true. Clothesline for you and mine.
Quiero una casa.